His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni assented to both the Presidential Amendment Act and the Parliamentary Amendment Act, which now are now laws. What does this mean?
That means that the various amendments that were passed and assented to by the President are now laws. They are now binding on all aspirants for the position of President and that of the position of a Member of Parliament. That means any change in the two laws has effect as of now. And for those who are aspirants, it means that by the time they become candidates, they will be treated under the new provisions of the Presidential Elections Amendment Bill, which is now an act, and the Parliamentary Election Amendment Bill, which is now also an act.
Are you trying to say that now all presidential aspirants now are supposed to pay the 20 million shillings that you agreed on, and MPs are supposed to pay the 3 million shillings?
In effect, it is my considered opinion that the presidential candidates will each pay the 20 million shillings as nomination fee at the time of nomination, because that is the requirement of the mainstream electoral commission. I have contested twice as a member of parliament. You don't pay nomination fee before. You pay at the time you present yourself with your academic credentials, with your nominators, with your seconders. That is the time you pay. That means, in effect.
What was the haste and hurry of this law? In less than 24 hours after Parliament had passed it, the President assents to it.
First of all, the areas that needed amendments were not many. The committee was able to meet the various stakeholders that had their ideas and opinions to be put on the three bills. We met them. They were given time. The committee was able to compile its report. The committee was able to present. And Parliament was also able to debate and pass the two bills, with the exception of the Electoral Commission Amendment Bill, which was withdrawn by government. So to me, really, I don't see any justification whatsoever to the effect that Parliament hurriedly passed.
You are now coming in with clearance certificates of candidates. In other words, wanting to find out any person who wants to vie for a certain position, whether he's a tax defaulter or not. What do you make of that?
I do not know, under the general principle, any specific provision under any subsidiary legislation that requires me contesting for the position of a member of parliament to present or adduce or tender in a tax clearance certificate duly signed and certified by Uganda Revenue Authority. There is no provision. The only exception I know of is under the 4th schedule of the Presidential Elections Act, where those intending to be president of Uganda sign a statutory declaration form. And in this statutory declaration form, questions are asked. For instance, have you met your tax obligation? If it is yes, there are a number of questions. And this commitment is made before a commissioner of oath. The commissioner of oath duly signs and stamps it.
So what's going to be the way forward? Because most members of parliament are uncomfortable with this policy that is coming with.
We are not uncomfortable as such. If the policy falls within the legal requirement, definitely our hands are tied. But if it falls outside, and if URA intends that that should be a requirement, I think the best is to amend the relevant laws to ensure that it is clearly stipulated. But URA must not behave as if they would want candidates to be compelled by the Electoral Commission in order to meet the constitutional mandate of Uganda Revenue Authority.
Well, thanks, Honorable Amson.
Welcome.
For joining me on this.
And thank you, viewers, for viewing this program.
Where we discuss issues that affect the people. Thank you very much.